What's going on, guys? My name is Oreo Token, and today we are going to talk about this week at Bungie, September 10th. Holy mackerel, there's a lot out there. So let's get started. So it starts off this week at Bungie talking about how basically we've dropped the Traveler's Chosen brand new exotic sidearm. And they've shown the trailer they put out there. The trailer is actually pretty good. Bungie has done very good jobs putting out cinematics for these seasons and content coming up. I am very happy with what they put out. It's a very high level, as you would expect, but it's very high level and very awesome. I applaud them to that. And also, Destiny, the franchise, is almost 7. They're turning 7. I mean, I can remember when Destiny came out, and I was sitting in my dorm room, and I was like, what is this game? I've heard something about it. Oh, it's going to be like, and then my roommate got it. And I was like, oh, like day one got it. And I was like, oh, we share the same Xbox, don't we? And ever since then, I was hooked. So, I don't know about you, but Destiny, I've poured thousands of hours in this game, and it's crazy. It's crazy what 7 years. 7 years, that's insane to think. 7 years ago, this game came out. So if you're new, or if you've been with us for 7 years, we're getting there. It's awesome. Alright, after that, they now talk about Stasis. Talking about basically their new little poster for Stasis. And we'll put this on screen for you. But basically, they tell you what Stasis is, what it does, a couple things that it does, and then kind of how it works. So, you either get the crystals or the field. So the field, think about the ruinous effigy. And the crystals, as you've seen in the gameplay before. And then, what it does is it either slows, freezes, and then you can shatter people. So, basically trying to understand, Stasis, what it's going to do, it's going to slow and freeze you, and then from freeze you, then shatter them. So kind of like a combo scenario of how that works and what you do with that. So that's kind of cool. And so whenever you're a veteran Destiny or just have been rezzed in the Cosmodrome, Prince Aldrin, thank you for playing and thank you for being part of our community. So they're dropping a lot of cool stuff out there for us. So that's going to be super exciting to look at. Alright, moving on to the next big part. Just throwing this out there. Huge. This is kind of what's coming, some of the stuff that's coming next in 2 months, in November 10th. So what they're saying is, as they mentioned before, we're getting brand new vendor refreshes every year. We're getting new sets of armor for Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible, and this will happen year 4, year 5, year 6, etc., leaving it open-ended, which is great. Then this armor shares a set of new geometry with the decals and shaders specific to the activity. So you're going to get specific things for these different armor sets based on the activity you play. So you play Gambit, you're going to get Gambit things. You're going to get Strikes, Stripe things, Crucible, decals, shaders, all these different things. So it rewards you for playing those game modes. And also you can flaunt off what you have if you are a quote-unquote complete player and play everything. So I think that's awesome. The next thing is this will also drop with the expansion. So all this comes on November 10th. In addition, we have pursuit weapons back. Not quite pinnacle, but pursuit weapons back. What a pursuit weapon is, if you guys don't know, is basically you get a quest at the beginning of the season. And in that quest, you have to do specific things. You have to pursue different things. And these weapons are static rolled. They're supposed to have unique perks that will help you do different things. So what they're doing is they're kind of putting a spin on it. They've looked into this information. They did a little bit of a spin. So what they're saying is you go into this, you go to Banshee, and he's going to give you an option to choose if you want a Crucible, a Strike, or a Gambit Pursuit. What it's going to do is going to give you the Sniper Easier in here. This is a Beloved 2.0. It looks like a Beloved. It's a Beloved 2.0. And it's going to give you one specifically for what avenue you choose. So choose wisely. If you like PvP, don't choose Gambit. Just throwing that out there. And you have to grind for that until you're done. Then after that, you will be able to unlock the other ones. It says right here, once you finish the main quest, Commander Zavala, Lord Shaxx, and the Drifter will offer you an additional quest, which will reward you with the weapon ornament to the theme of their respective activities. If you want to go ahead and do these, go for it. They're all available to you. So these are the different skins we have. This looks like the basic Stasis one that we saw. This looks like the Leviathan shader. I really like that, purple and gold. Then you have your Strike specific, your Crucible specific with camo and red, I like that, and Gambit specific. I kind of like the Gambit one, honestly. I'm not the biggest Gambit player, but that is what it is. moving on to Crucible, they're talking about different things that they'll bring into Crucible this season. So they took a lot of things out of the different rotations, as we talked about in a previous TWAB, and they're bringing in a couple of new things that'll be interesting to do, interesting to see. So Control, Elimination, Rumble, Survival, Freelance or not, are going to be there. Your weekly rotator, Clash, Mayhem, Showdown, private matches, and then the big thing to add right here is Iron Banner Freelance, which is basically you go in without playing stacks. That is huge. This will allow so many people to actually go in and not just get stomped. But again, if you're really good, you're going to go into this because you know that's going to happen. So it's like it's good. I like it. It's something that needs to be there. It does split the playlist up a little bit, but I really do appreciate them adding that in there. And then obviously Trials is going to stay. And then, Adept Weapon Notes. Woo, let's go. Note, Adept Weapons rewards to those reaching the Lighthouse returns to Trials of Osiris in Season 12. More details on functionality to come in Sandbox Preview in October. Good job, Bungie. Bringing them back. They should have dropped Adept Weapons with the original drop of Trials, but, you know, if it's quality content, I'm okay with waiting for it. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to redeem themselves from the initial drop, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Next, Strikes. Vanguard Strikes and Nightfall Ordeals will be your two options. The story mission has gone bye-bye. Each playlist will continue to offer weekly challenges and powerful loot. Good. The Ordeal will continue to feature matchmaking at lower difficulties and increase rewards at higher. Great. We know we're also looking to add Adept Weapons for the Strikes in a future season. We will have those updates closer to Season 13 on what to expect. Okay, that's a good change. They want you to pursue something in every playlist no matter what you play. It also makes you have to, quote-unquote, play different playlists to get those different weapons if you want them, you know? Like Breakneck, when we had Breakneck. It's adding another layer of quote-unquote grind to go for to get these different weapons. I like that a lot. I really, really do. Next, we want to talk about Gambit. Gambit, as we covered, is going to condense into basically one single mode. And they're going to talk about what that means. So this is initially their goal, big picture. Their goal was to build a more approachable Gambit Prime, keeping one round format with a longer round, but without Gambit Prime armor perks. Ooh, wow. Interesting. You're taking out the armor perks. They don't want that anymore. Rebalance the mode phase to last 2/3 of each match, rather than half the match. Okay, so they want the boss killing to not be as long, is what they're saying. Speed up the Prime Build fight compared to Gambit Prime and give more a feeling of boss rush. Okay, interesting. So I wonder if they're just gonna be able to, we're just gonna be able to knock over the boss. I kind of think that's what's gonna happen. So we started with the Gambit Prime encounters, full stop. However, without the Reaper buffs, the large bosses that come in every wave are too tanky. So we pulled them all down to mini bosses or elites. Nice. The pacing should feel like Gambit feels for a pickup group, or how Prime feels for a fully kitted team. Okay, so they're really tuning Gambit. That's okay, I like that. We have to playtest. We also playtest the having the moats phase target score of 150. Wow, that's a really big jump. Wow. 50 more moats. That's a whole another phase of, or two, of moat collection. That's a lot. And or have heavier moat drain, but this allowed organized teams to steamroll even more. Yeah, that, of course, not less. So we pull back the current Gambit Prime moat target and drain. We started with Gambit Prime blockers, but pulled the Taken Captain from the, thank you. Oh god, the Taken Captain. That one was so annoying. As he pulled a little too potent for a 10 mode. 10 was the most optimal of all of them. Because of the overshield, the solar overshield, and he freaking moves! Like, so much! God! I hated that so much. Replace him with a, okay, Phalanx, who can be tough to kill, but not as lethal. Good. Since we don't have the armor perks, we also removed the 20 moat giant blocker. Oh, man, if you don't have that, rip. Sorry, guys. We kept invasions during moat phase at 3, just like Prime, but pulled back the minimum time between invasions during the moat phase from 10 to 20 seconds. It never feels good to get invaded back. You're telling me, Bungie. Yes, we agree. For the boss fight, we started with Gambit Prime Primeval fight. Remove the Time Slayer buffs. Oh, interesting. Increase the primeval health and potency of the Slayer buff given by when killing envoys. So they're rewarding the envoy kills on the boss damage. We respawn the envoys every 40% damage done to the primeval. So if you get invaded and the primeval is healed a lot, you have an opportunity to get more Slayer. Oh, okay. So if you get every 40% lost, you then spawn an envoy. So every envoy you kill, it gives you more buff, more buff, more buff, more buff, more buff. Interesting. That's very interesting. I wonder how that's going to affect the teams that are less organized when it comes to taking out these different envoys. I mean, obviously, if you take them out, it'll help you kill the boss. But you know, if you know as an invader where their health bar is on the boss, or have an idea, you know when to invade. You know, they're not at 40% yet. Let's go in and invade. So there's some strategy to that. I like that. The first link ends up somewhere between the original Gambit or Gambit Prime, so we adjusted the invasion timer during the primeval phase to match, right between Gambit and Gambit Prime timing. Overall, this mode is a little quicker than Gambit Prime, mostly due to shortening the boss phase and the removal of the large boss in the front, but one that still gives you a Gambit feel. And you just have, okay, this leaves a little bit much to be desired. I feel like there's going to be more here, but maybe that's just me. Triumphs and Trackers. Last week we announced some changes to Triumphs in November. Various Triumphs and Seals will soon be unavailable, leaving you to figure out which to prioritize by the end of the season. They've listed, oh wow, they finally listed different things that you can use. These are the ones I've been posting in the YouTube videos this entire time, guys. So Item Manager, Light GG, Destiny Tracker, Braytech.org, Destiny2Checklist.com. These are awesome things to click on and go use to get to what you need. And then last but not least, Destiny's really kind of reflecting on these past 6 years of starting, you know, playing in friends' basements to where we're at right now. Enjoying the game as what it is. Playing Destiny 1, playing Destiny 2. Just a bunch of different things coming up, and it's awesome to see that. And DMG said something here. I've heard whispers from our sandbox folks on upcoming changes to 110 hand cannons. So, what does that mean? Okay, so 110s, I understand they don't get a lot of play, but are they gonna make it a guaranteed 2 headshot to kill? Because that would be interesting. And I would be interesting to see what they do to that. That's actually really big. Stay tuned, lols. I like it. Anywho, that's the TWAB, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot of really good content in there, and I'm excited to see what this comes about in November 10th. Because, you know, realistically, September is when the initial launch date would have been, if 2020 didn't happen, you know what I mean? Because 2020 is a crazy year. But, like, we have to wait till November to see this, and I just want to see it now. I'm so excited. I'm super pumped. Hope you guys are too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and also subscribe if you'd like to. We also stream on Twitch basically every weekday, so come stop by and we'll have a great time. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a great one. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.